Hello and welcome from the Old Town Transit Center. The stream today, you're going to help me tick off my goal of getting to every single station on the Metropolitan Transit System. I have been to every single station but a handful of few down south near the border. So today you're going to tick them off with me. Might stop by the Las Prima Americas Mall. Got my Baofeng UV82 radio. Gonna see if I can't get the foamer window. Also, probably not in the stream. Probably not also in the stream. I'm going to check out the Agar-Gio Connector Trail. Maybe wondering what that is. Well, my grandfather and his partner Bobby Agar were produce square shippers down in the Chula Vista area, and they don't, after the whole Cesar Chavez thing, basically was like, nope, I'm done, I want to retire. So then basically what he did was sold a lot of land to the state and some to the city and whatnot, so they named a trail after him. So I'm going to go ahead and probably look at this trail. I haven't seen it in person. I'm going to go check out the trail probably. It's near the Palm Avenue.
Este es un trolley línea azul con destino a la línea internacional San Ysidro vía el centro de San Diego. Todo pasajero debe tener un boleto vacío. Se prohíbe fumar, usar cigarrillo electrónico o comer en el trolley y toda bebida debe estar en un envase sellado. Asientos de prioridad para personas con discapacidades o edad avanzada pueden ser localizados cerca de las puertas. Por favor, hacer esos asientos disponibles cuando sea necesario. En conversación con otros pasajeros, por favor de no subir tus pies a los asientos y use audífonos mientras escuche música o...
Try and keep it down, but we are on the green line. There's the blue line.
Next station, Washington Street.
La siguiente estación, Washington Street.
Use caution when exiting Washington Street Station. Look out for coaster, Amtrak, and freight trains passing through the intersection at high speeds.
Por favor, tenga cuidado al salir de la estación de Washington Street. Esté atento a los trenes coaster, Amtrak y de carga que pasan por la intersección a altas velocidades.
Washington Street is next.
You can see very well, but here is the radio. Can't really see the channels that much.
Washington Street is
The
next.
MTS uses channels 40 for the green line, 37 for the blue line. Even though they are a trolley, they do have to still use the railroad band for their radios. It is, I think it's a requirement. So, yep, they usually will use some sort of low type of channel where it doesn't interfere with freight, and like really not that many operators in the area are using it. You know, the channels are assigned by the FCC. I'm not sure how they're assigned, but Cyberscape Holiday has been seen out periodically, but there's its shed where it's stored. It gets put on the surf line sometimes. It hangs out at Cafe Depot. That's where it hangs out.
Next station, Middletown.
La siguiente estación, Middletown.
No, there is some Morse code beeps for the MTS channels. And when you listen to it on the radio, there's some Morse code beeps. I'm not sure if it's just the style of the Motorola style radios they use or whatnot, but yeah. If you're looking to get the bus, they don't really have. It's weird. It's in the 800 band, So you need like a police scanner. Use the 800 band, and basically it's a weird system. So it's a request to talk system for the bus. So basically for MTS bus, the driver has to request to speak to the dispatcher on their little screen there. The dispatcher will then grant them access to the repeater and call the bus, and it'll make like a beeping noise, and then they pick up the phone, and they can speak to them. So that's how the bus works. But yep, here we are at Middletown. Gonna try and go as far south as I can. Might not make it all the way, but who knows? And what we're gonna do is just go there, come right back. We're not staying. We're just gonna get on the next trolley north. Unless I see a store at the outlet mall I need, I'll go there. But we're just gonna go down, hop on the next trolley, and come back. We're not even gonna leave the station because you are near the border and whatnot. So. I'm in car number 5069B. There's A and a B side. Sometimes I switch them around, so the A is pointing south, B is pointing some actions A is south, B is north, or some just switches so B is south and A is north. It doesn't really matter. There's the airport, there's signature flight support, there's the runway. I'll be going there next month for my ski trip. I am back for winter break, so that's why I'm doing the Blue Line stuff. Community colleges in California, I think throughout the U.S., they have what's called intersession. To maybe want to get ahead on credits. Like maybe you're trying to graduate from the spring and maybe all you need is a math class, or you need an English class, and you want to take a 4-week course. You can do that. You earn the credits. It's 4 weeks within the month of January. The work goes by fast, but most subjects don't do it. Hospitality, which I'm in, and a few of the other ones because they need the full 16 weeks. But some of the courses do it. And a tip, when you go downtown, not every train goes to UTC. So most of them will go to America Plaza, while every other goes to UTC. So if you're just trying to get, let's say you're in Imperial Beach, or just trying to get downtown, you get to a Blue Line station, just take the first one you see, get to downtown. Once you're in downtown, there's plenty of transit options to get you where you need to go. So, I mean, yeah, basically, if I can't get where I'm going in San Diego, and let's say I'm going to a high school football game and it's late, I just need a bus that goes towards downtown, Kearny Mason.
Next station, Santa Fe Depot.
Transfer
here for Green Line trolleys to the Convention Center area. Also transfer to Route 992 to the Airport Rapid Buses, Coaster, and Amtrak.
La siguiente estación, Santa Fe Depot. Transborde aquí para la línea verde del trolley con destino al centro de convenciones. También transborde aquí a ruta 992 al aeropuerto, autobuses Rapid, Coaster y Amtrak.
Santa Fe Depot is next.
Yeah, there is no train here because 777 just left, so you won't see one till I think it's 7. Next one would be 770 would be the next one. Which I took 770. That video is not going to make it on the channel, but I'll explain it in a little bit. So back to what I was saying was, if you're in down south and you're trying to get to like UTC, just take the first available Blue Line, even if it is going to America Plaza. The one behind you is probably going to UTC. By the time you get to downtown, it'll be right behind you, and that way, you're in downtown, and you can get to wherever you need to go. Like, whenever I go to high school football games, I just try and look for the bus that goes to either Kearney Mesa, downtown, Old Town would be ideal, or Fashion Valley. Just sort of the main areas close by. And if there's no bus that goes there, I will just go ahead and take right. I have advertisements on here on the trolley, but it's just for the tech. Just for inside, it's just for like safety map and security stuff. So what I just showed you was right here and I'm not picking up all the transmissions because it is sort of a ham radio style antenna, and it's the unit siren. Not the best like Amtrak, but basically
Next
what
station, America Plaza.
La siguiente estación, América Plaza.
America Plaza is next.
basically what happens here is the blue line operator has to call the green line controller. Green line controller, they have to say, they then give them instructions, sort of like a dispatcher would, because they are a dispatcher.
America Plaza is next.
So here's America Plaza. There's a little bit too. So what I was saying was they have to call the green line controller. Green line controller will say, okay, give them instructions, and they'll tell them which channel to go back to. They say you can go ahead and switch back to the blue line channel or whatever channel number it is, and they'll switch back to the blue line channel. The channels are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
America Plaza.
I think there's also a channel 6 and channel 7. So it's not like the railroad where it's not like Amtrak where, let's say, the road channel is East San Diego road channel 76, but then let's say the dispatcher's channel is 43. Dispatcher's link channel, then you talk directly with dispatcher, privately is 43. You can just change to 43. Here it's different. They're pre-programmed radios, which is channels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And basically, they're on the railroad band, but they're not like, you can't like change to another AAR channel if you're after what I'm getting. So yeah.
This is a Blue Line trolley bound for the San Ysidro International border via downtown San Diego. All passengers must have
I go to that 7-Eleven frequently.
No smoking, bathing, or eating is permitted on the trolley, and drinks must be in a spill-proof or sealed container. Priority seating for senior and disabled riders is located near most doors. Please make these seats available when needed. Do not place feet on the seats and use headphones when listening to music or videos. Thank you.
Este es un trolley línea azul con destino a la línea internacional San Ysidro vía el centro de San Diego. Todo pasajero debe tener un boleto válido. Se prohíbe fumar, usar cigarrillo electrónico o comer en el trolley y toda bebida debe estar en
So no,
lugares
I go to that 7-Eleven because it's right near America Plaza. It's kind of a nice located one. I can get my snacks and
Pueden ser
stuff if I need
localizados
it.
cerca de las puertas. Por favor, hacer esos asientos disponibles cuando sea necesario. En consideración a otros pasajeros, favor de no subir los pies a los asientos y use audífonos mientras escuchen música o videos.
Now here,
Next station, Civic Center.
that
Transfer to
one that
Orange
trolley
Line
there, that
trolleys,
is Courthouse Station.
La siguiente estación, Civic Center. Transborde a trolleys línea naranja a estación Courthouse.
Civic Center is next.
Now you could just walk to Courthouse Station, but obviously it's just an automated announcement. So you're going either way. You're going either way. You're just coming from America, going
Civic
to
Center
America.
is next.
They'll play the 770 story. So was coming home. Wednesday I had a dentist appointment, and Amtrak train 770, which I was on, was late because 573 and the 2109 CDTX 2109, the SC44 charger, had an oil leak. It was stopped.
Civic Center.
CP Dawn, that is inside the Marine Corps Camp Pendleton. Had to rescue 770. It took a while, and then the mighty 777 was a little late because they had to transfer passengers from 770 to 777. And then just the police were looking for someone, which they got the guy. I don't know the whole story on that. They just met the guy. They just met him at the platform, and then I think...
Next station, Fifth Avenue.
I think
La siguiente
the guy knew the police were
Avenida
looking for him, and he was all cool
Fifth
about it, is what I heard on the
Avenue is
radio. We're just expecting him. I don't forget what it was, but yeah.
Fifth Avenue is next. Fifth Avenue.
We did. You want the window or what? Come on, give me. They're waiting for us.
The next stop is City.
Yeah, there you go. Now they're good.
Stop is City College.
Next station, City College. Transfer to Rapid and other MTS buses.
La siguiente estación, City College. Transborde a Rapid y otros autobuses de MTS.
City College is next.
Really likes it. Yeah, we're back on the
There's a good taco shop, Roxy's.
Trying to get that paperwork done. Come on. Ready.
Looking for a good taco place downtown. Roxy's is good. They used to cater my local high school football team. It's during the 22. It was during the 22-23 season was when they did it, because they didn't, Chick-fil-A was still kind of COVID. It was still kind of COVID, although spectators were allowed. It was still kind of COVID, and they had they were just seeing how how I was doing. I just needed something, and the next year was obviously right back at Chick-fil-A. So
City College is next.
Probably going to be a big line on the way in.
I'm excited to go to school next month.
Yeah, buddy. No pictures for your mom. She has to wait until she sees you. Now you can send them to everyone.
Okay, I will just send a picture.
I frequent this stop a lot. Alright guys, but I frequent this stop a lot to get to the zoo and Balboa Park. So, yep, if there's not a 215 at Santa Fe Depot, I'm coming down here and just taking a 7, or sometimes the 215 follows it. Alright, there's a liquor store over there and a 7-Eleven. I'll frequent these a lot, not because I want to waste money, but for snacks and also just lottery tickets. Tickets and scratchers, because I'll go check the numbers and be like, oh, Mega Millions is 740 million. I gotta get a ticket. It's gonna get close to 1 billion again. You gotta start playing. If you do the lottery, please play responsibly. I only put in like $2. I put in like $2, $4. Occasionally I'll put in 10. That's usually I put in 10.
Next station, Park and Market.
La siguiente estación, Park and Market.
Usually I'll
Parking
put in
market
10,
is
but that's
next.
usually just on a scratcher because scratcher's got cool designs. I always play the new ones, the cheap new ones. Like if there's, let's say there's a $2 variant and a $10 variant of it, I'll play the $2 variant. So yeah. And this stop I used to go to all the time on Mondays for class. I would take some disability support services classes at the College of Continuing Education, the Educational Cultural Complex location. So I have to take the bus from here. It's also near an apartment a family member owns. Apartment my family owns, so we would go here. Well, I would go and there's a Starbucks in the building, so I would go and no, this street, Park Boulevard, they allow cars along the road, along the side. It's a little bit narrow,
Parking market is
Parking
next.
market is sort of like in the median.
Is it? Yeah, that's.
This is Parking market, gets 3 and 5. That starts 3 and 5 come here, so.
Oh my god, you even have more red than
You're a redneck.
no, see, you're all red.
What?
Your face is all red too.
Why?
Oh, maybe it's because of my reflection.
Judo chop.
That's not judo stone.
I know, but I called it a judo chop.
Ah!
Chopping. Bicep.
What's the most effective movement box?
Yeah.
Parking market.
Heart.
I suck at football.
Heart. And cardio.
I definitely need more for football because I don't practice every day. I never
Nice
practice. We're here.
Next stop is one of my favorites. It's the main transit center. It's called 12th and Imperial. Stop for Petco Park. It's a stop for everything basically. Petco Park. All lines go there: blue, orange, green, and silver. Now, I may have not talked about the silver line, but the silver line is their heritage line. They usually run their PCC trolley, or sometimes their first ever light rail vehicle 1001. It just has a downtown loop. So like if you were at, for instance, let's say Convention Center, you have to get to the courthouse. You could take that to America Plaza and walk to the courthouse. So I believe it doesn't run all the time. I believe it runs on weekends, and then it stops early. If there's any events going on at Petco, it'll stop early because of line congestion and whatnot, and just because.
Next station, 12th and Imperial. Transfer here for Orange Line trolleys to El Cajon or Green Line trolleys to the Convention Center area, Old Town, and Mission Valley.
La siguiente estación, 12 e Imperial.
Now here's a little bit of a rant. MTS opened up this new copper line. You've seen it in the news. I'm not a big fan of it. I liked when I could just take a one-stop ride out to my favorite restaurant in Gillespie Field Cafe. One of my favorites I liked, I could just take it out to Gillespie Field.
12th and Imperial.
Maybe I want to go
next.
one more stop to Santee Town Center. So maybe there's something I want to get out there. I'm just not a big fan of the copper line. I mean, I'm slowly getting around to it. I like that the copper line is there. I like that the copper line's there. So I'm getting around to it, but it's still not my thing. And over there is another A-Mart store. There's a lot of A-Marts at the train stations there. You get things like ice cream, pizza, hot dogs. And then you have
12th and Imperial.
you got some pre-made stuff, and then your typical convenience things like soda, milk, water, orange juice, candy, your instant noodle cups, all that stuff. sometimes during the trip, when you get to 12th and Imperial, especially, you'll have driver changes or you have operator changes. So, kind of like this is happening right now. We'll have an operator change. So usually wait here a while because there's a main station, so a lot of time there will be operator changes. So at least wait here for at least more than probably a normal stop would. So you do get operator changes here. And then if you look, can't really see, but it says courthouse, UTC courthouse. So like I said, not every train goes through. Yep, so essentially just pick up where they left off. They have operator changes here because it's the main, also where the main yard is and maintenance facility. So there goes a green line now. Green line used to have a single track here that made it 2 tracks to make it more operational, efficient, and also helps better on game days. Better on game days when the Padres are playing. And if you leave after the Padres, you can sometimes not get a seat. So I usually wait a bit to try and, yeah. There's the maintenance facility. Also sort of a break area for some of the mechanical people and the trolley employees over there. It's a maintenance shed. What I like about the blue line is it goes by the yard. Here's some of the old trolleys. Can't see it, but some of the 1000 and 2000 series just collecting dust, waiting on their shipment down to Mendoza, Argentina. And here's the 12th Imperial yard for the freight. This is the BNSF yard, and also the San Imperial Valley Railway yard. San Imperial Valley Railway has 2 yards. They have the main yard where they interchange with BNSF. They also have the other yard in San Ysidro where they can get trains down across to the border. So they technically have 2 yards here. That's their main yard. So they interline with BNSF. So BNSF will take a lot of oil, auto racks, covered hoppers, flat cars, center beam cars, etc. down here. And the SDIV during the dead hours of night between the hours of 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. Basically when the trolley is not operational for passenger service. It'll go along the blue line to service customers, the orange line to service customers, and then also go down the blue line to take it all the way down to the customers down to their San Ysidro yard, change it there, and take it over to Mexico. There's the BNSF building down in San Diego. It's like the office down here. So crew quarters, they can rest in there. They got computers, dispatchers in their waiting, all that stuff. The restaurant security at the stations, etc.
Barrio Logan.
Smoking a cigarette, dog?
Yeah.
Alright.
I will pause the stream and be right back. About that.
Harborside.
Harborside is next.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. Heck.
They also got a station called Pacific Fleet. That's for 32nd Street Naval Base. They have a station down there. They have a station down there, Pacific Fleet. It's for 32nd Street Naval Base because it's one of the Pacific Fleet bases. So yeah, that's kind of history about it. And then you're seeing why the railroad crossings over there. Well, that's for the BNSF. BNSF also does come down here partial of the way to get some of the customers near the Pacific Fleet area and the shipbuilding down here.
Harborside is next.
So BNSF does have a single track main down here. But if you're looking for the cool cargo, look for the SDIV Center, Fair Valley Railroad, SDIV It basically goes down south all the way to the yard in San Ysidro.
Harbor side.
Look. Huh?
Stop smoking.
You ain't smoking.
Put it out, bro.
Leave.
Take it out.
You want?
The cigarette.
You want?
Are you stupid, man? Take that shit out.
I'm not stupid.
You're smoking on the train. This shit.
I'm gonna go out.
Get out right now. Come on, quick. Let's go.
I'm gonna fuck them up.
Okay. Beat it.
Have a good day.
Station
Sorry about that,
Pacific
folks. Had to,
La siguiente estación,
I had to, that's clear now.
Fleet is next.
Yeah, if ever on MTS, 69-595-4960. It's a simple number. You can call or text that number to the security, and if you have any issues, so maybe like someone smoking, or you see someone, you're doing something you don't want to like shout it out by calling, you just text that number quietly, and the details, and they'll have an officer respond. So you can see all the shipbuilding,
Pacific Fleet is next.
all the shipbuilding stuff up there, cleaners and embroidery. So you're getting close down here, you'll see a lot of the stuff, like some of those little things. Specifically, walking to 32nd Street. That's the end of State Route 15, because Interstate 15 starts on the other side of the 8, and when you get to the southern side of the 8, so northern side of the 8 is Interstate 15, southern side of the 8 is State Route 15. I guess because that part doesn't meet interstate standards and whatnot. Here we are at Pacific Fleet. Like I said, it's home 32nd Street. So if I get asked where I'm going, now if you want to do this and your parents are asking, just say you're going to the Las Premium Americas outlets to do some shopping. It's technically right near San Ysidro. There's some more auto wreck cars. You're at the
This is a Blue
stop.
Line trolley
You can
bound
just
for
go to
San
the outlet
Ysidro
mall.
International Border.
Go to the outlet mall, get a bite to
Diego.
eat, to
All
shop
passengers must
around,
have a valid fare.
find some stuff you
No
want,
smoking, vaping, or eating
see if there's
is
anything you
permitted on
want,
the
and
trolley,
then
drinks
go
must be
back.
in a spill-proof or sealed container. Priority seating for senior
Yeah, so
and disabled
that's
riders is
what I'm
located
gonna
near
do.
most doors.
So, yeah,
Please make these seats available when needed.
Yep, the Blue Line is a good place to get a good view of the cargo stuff. So
Este es un
a lot of the
vuelo
auto
de línea
racks,
azul con destino a la línea internacional San
because
Ysidro
the
vía el
auto
centro de San Diego.
is National City.
Todo pasajero
There
debe
is a
tener
port for all
Se
the
prohíbe
cars.
fumar, usar
So we get cars from
cigarrillos
Korea,
electrónicos o comer
Japan,
electrónico. Toda bebida debe estar en
Hawaii.
Así
One thing about
como
Hawaii,
autoridad
well, we have this is the port for Pasha, Hawaii, so you want to, if you're buying a vacation house over there and you want to bring a car over, you know, that you want to use in Hawaii, so you don't have to rent a car every time you're there. And Pasha, Hawaii is one of the best ways to do it. And also, there's also a port in Texas. There's also a port in Texas, but it involves the train taking it over to there, and then you got to take it from it's to California, and then from California it takes it over, and then you pick it up.
Calle 8.
8th Street is next.
There's 8th Street. Now, you can't just go and go to the port and drop it off. There's an office in Kearny Mesa, you have to drop it off.
8th Street is next.
There's an office in Kearny Mesa, you have to drop off your car for Pasha. They load on a vehicle carrier, they take it down, and then they deal with it.
8th Street. Next station, 24th Street.
La siguiente estación, calle 24.
24th Street is next.
Folks, our next stop is 24th Street. Thank you for coming along. Those are here. I'm trying to take off every single MTS station. I have been to every single MTS station except for the handful down south in Chula Vista. I think I've been as far south as 8th Street, but I have not been south of 8th Street. So I'm trying to take up all the streets, all the stations. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean I've Thank you for that comment. Doesn't mean necessarily that I've gone off at all the stations, but I've been to every single station, like on the trolley. Like, I haven't gone off specifically, but it does stop there. So, like, that technically counts. If you've seen Geoff Marshall's video and his spouse, where they do all the stations, not every station you got off at. He went to the station. He might have stuck his head out of the door or just briefly stepped on the platform, but as long as the train stops there, you've technically been to that station. So that's kind of my rule of thumb, and here's 24th Street. And now I'm going to talk about how the trolley works and the bus works. So there's basically multiple, so the buses, there are point-to-point routes, so maybe they go from like
24th Street.
A transit center to somewhere else, or it goes from like it goes from maybe a single station to somewhere in San Diego, and you have the transit centers, which the routes begin and end at a transit center. So basically what that means is they either go from one transit center to another transit center, or the route goes from one place, transit center, to a point, waits 5 minutes, and goes right back to the transit center. So like Old Town is the transit center for all the beach cities, so Point Loma, Ocean Beach, Pacific Beach, La Jolla, and then you also get stuff to Mid-City on Route 10, and then you get stuff Linda Vista via Route 44. You also get Mission Hills via Route 83, and then Fashion Valley via Route 88 and Hotel Circle.
East Street is next.
Then, when you come down south, you get a lot of the routes. They go from these transit stations, might go somewhere else, but they'll stop at another transit station. Or you get, for instance, like the 955 goes from 24th Street TC. It does make a stop at, it goes all the way to SDSU Transit Center. So, yeah, you get some of those routes where they pick up areas where they don't necessarily, it's like the only bus, but it goes to 2 transit centers. So I'm not going to be out very long because the days are short. It is winter. I'm going to go, come back. I'm going to try and eat something somewhere along the way, and then I gotta stop at on the way, and then see if I can stop at a cemetery to visit a family member's grave. My grandfather was a World War II veteran, and recently over the summer I was too busy working. I got a VA medal. So what's cool is if you have a family member that served and passed away, the VA does gravestone markers, so they can make a special gravestone marker. It says name and Navy, Army, Air Force, Coast Guard veteran, or I guess now Space Force too. Hey, there's that seized yacht over there. I haven't seen it in person. Or let's say you already have, see there's Pasha White, or you have, let's say they're already buried like in a, they're in a wall,
East
or
Street is next.
Like a mausoleum wall, or cremated and their urn is in a wall. You can get a marker and they can put it on there. Just go to the VA website, and it has to be signed by a cemetery official just to confirm they allow it, and then you get sent it to the VA and send it back to you. They also just need the paperwork, the discharge paperwork, which you can, for if for a family member you can do what I did, is get it from the National Archives. It was very interesting getting it. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that either today or Wednesday. Since I'm out of this area, I might go that way because it's easy to get to. I just have to take one of the bus routes or maybe take the blue line to the orange line. But obviously, visiting hours and stuff. But what I'm really hoping to do is visit the Agar-Gio Connector Trail. Now, my last name is Gio. Maybe wondering why there's a trail named after me. Well, my grandfather was a produce grower shipper of
H Street is
Golden
next.
West Packing Company and then later Emo Tomatoes. And he had a lot of land down here in the south. Was a farmer. Grew many different stuff. Tomatoes, I think beans. Tomatoes, beans. Corn he did grow, but it was just as a windbreak, wouldn't sell it. He just gave it to his employees and kept it for himself. And then he would sell it to places like Safeway was one of his big customers and a bunch of other stores. And then, when a time came with the whole Cesar Chavez thing,
H Street is next.
I mean, people liked him. He offered them offered his employees medical insurance. They really liked him, but he got fed up with it. So when the time came, he donated and sold a bunch of land to the state and also to the city, I believe Chula Vista, Imperial Beach area, and various other stuff. And then there's a park in an area named after his partner, Bobby Agar. And then there's a trail near his old packing business, near his old packing warehouse or old building, and it's called the Agar-Gio Connector Trail. And I had to contact them because they spelled my last name wrong. They forgot one letter in my last name, so I contacted them and said, hey, can you change it? Now, the U.S., I guess, Fish and Wildlife, who runs the conservatory down here, they changed it. Apple Maps hasn't changed it, and I'm not sure if Google Maps has changed it, but, at least it's officially changed it on there, which I'm happy about.
Next station, Palomar Street.
Those lights are out, but I don't really care.
Palomar Street.
They're flashing red. I don't really know who to call on that because South Bay City, sometimes they have their lights flash because, late at night there's not that many cars or they just do it on purpose when there's a train. Oh, Gaylord Pacific, folks. I have not seen it in person. But yeah, there's an update on the Gaylord Pacific. You may be wondering, what the heck is the Gaylord Pacific? It is the largest hotel with meeting and convention space in San Diego. The second largest was probably the Town and Country, but it's going to be larger than the Town and Country. It'll be just as nice as be sort of the secondary convention space. So maybe you have a huge convention, and maybe you might not need a small room at the convention center, but maybe you might not need a small room, or maybe you want a base of operations. Well, that's going to be the new it. It's a Marriott brand hotel. It's supposed to be awesome. There's a water park. I'm not trying to take away Sesame Place's business, but hotel, usually have a water park. Hotel water parks usually have a couple slides. There's some more stuff. There's customers down here. Sweetwater Union School District bus yard. So, hotel water parks usually have a couple slides, a splash pad, and then they have a playground with the dump buckets. So, yeah. Now, if you want to get to the trail named after my family, it's Palm Avenue, kind of where his old building was. Go look for the Agar-Gio Connector Trail. Go to Palm Avenue, you go up north a bit, you're there, you're boom, done at the Agar-Gio Connector Trail. You want to see the packing warehouse. It's now a shipping, it's one of those storage facilities.
Palomar Street is next.
It's Palomar Street. You go north a bit, and it is right there. I will fact check that for you. Hang on one moment. Palomar, I'm at Palm Avenue. Palm Avenue is going to be where it is.
Palomar Street.
Palm Avenue is kind of how you get to the trail named after my family. I'm going to go down Palm Avenue, you go north just a tiny bit. It's in between Palomar and Palm, you go north a little bit, and then there, boom, done. You go north a bit, and I'm not going to be here that long. I'm just going to go, get on the train north. I'm just trying to tick off the stations. I've now ticked off several I haven't been to. Palomar Street. You're also taking buses down here to like Southwestern College, which is a main transit hub. That's community college. And there's also, you have Sesame Place down here. So if you want to get Sesame Place, Palomar, Palm Avenue is good because you can also get there, but not only Brownfield, and also to the Cross Border Express.
Next station, Palm Avenue.
La siguiente estación, Palm Avenue.
Palm Avenue is next.
Now, I'm not necessarily gonna, I'm literally gonna get off. I'm gonna see how long of a wait it is. And I'm gonna see if the wait is like 20 minutes, I might go to McDonald's nearby. If not, I'll get back on and go back north to Palm Avenue and try and tick off the trail. I'm gonna look for his building, but it's somewhere around near here. There's a public self-storage. It's around here somewhere. I forget where it is, but I'm gonna look for it if I can find it. But nursery. You get some radio antennas down here for radio stations, because you're kind of near the border, so that they can pick up Mexico signals. Yeah, my grandfather was a farmer down
Palm
here,
Avenue is
and
next.
some of the land down here he used to farm. Yeah, Hollister Street. Wow. That's where it used to be.
Palm Avenue.
Now, obviously, I'm not crossing the border. I don't even have my passport on me. I'm just staying on this side. Hey, it's Luigi. You know who that is? It's a friend of mine. Well, friend of our friend. And then he knows a YouTuber I know, Zach Campbell. I met him once when he was at Petco, so. John's.
Next station, Iris Avenue.
La siguiente estación, Iris Avenue.
Iris Avenue is next.
Hang on one moment while I go ahead and check on the map. Let's see, I passed a trail, you probably saw it. I think that was where his building was, where the storage facility is. I think that's my grandfather. Yeah, that's my grandfather's building, I believe where that storage was. That was his building, where that self-storage was. Yeah, because there's the hotel, so yeah, that was his building. There for a long time. That was the office. He had some of the very first Motorola radios. Motorola was like the first commercial radio band. It was like EG1 was his call sign for his, for his name, and then one, him being the head honcho. So, yep. So I passed by my grandfather's old farm building. It's now a self-storage, but next stop is Iris. One more stop to go, and then I've completed the entire MTS system from San Ysidro to UTC, from Old Town to Santee, courthouse to El Cajon. I would have completed the entire system. Yep, and like I said, if you ever want to do this and your parents are like, hey, I don't really Just say you're going to Las Prima Americas outlets. It's down here. I've never been to the outlet mall, but I've heard good things about it. I preferably go to
Iris
Carlsbad
Avenue is
outlet,
next.
Carlsbad Premium Outlets, because it's got Ruby Steiner. And I get to take the train, but either way. It's weird seeing some of these stops right in residential neighborhoods, because I'm from there, they technically are in sort of residential neighborhoods like Rio Vista, but it's like you have river on the other side, resident development community on the other side, and then the other side is commercial. So I'm not really used to this.
Iris Avenue.
Now, next. Now, we'll go into the final stop. Final stop of the Behemoth journey.
Next station, Fire Boulevard.
La siguiente estación, Bayer Boulevard.
Oh,
Fire
sorry.
Boulevard is next.
Oh, 2 more stops. You got Bayer, then San Ysidro. My parents would never let me do this when I was younger, but I live on my own now, or for the year at least, and I'm just trying to tick off the stations. Once I've ticked it off, I don't have to come back down here ever again. But, now, I've considered going to Mexico, but it is, sorry about that, but you see there on the hill there, Hola Mexico. Now, what I want to do is go to Mexico one day, but just go to Tijuana Airport. The flight to Phoenix, I always want to, I know I have to clear customs. I can be I have global entry, so it'll make it easier, but I'll just be I just want to take the flight to Phoenix, make it cheaper. Say I get a Mexican stamp on my passport, I step on Mexican soil, I've been to Mexico, that's all I care about. I don't even know if my airport, now some airlines will allow you to check your bag right at CBX.
Fire Boulevard is next.
Check in at CBX, but some you have to check in at the airport, so I would just be and Now I've been down here before to Otay Mesa, because I had to do my global entry appointment. If you're in San Diego, you have to do your global entry appointment. The closest one is Otay Mesa, because that's where
Fire Boulevard.
Because that is where it's either San Ysidro or Otay Mesa. It's one of the two. And basically, they did that down here because you can combine adding your vehicle for your Century and Nexus. For your your Century into Mexico, or your Nexus. You can combine adding your vehicle and apply for your Century down here. So they also did global entry appointments down here as well. They had a location at the airport, but then they got rid of it, just to consolidate everything into one building, to make it a lot easier, so you can do all your services under one roof. Which now you can add your vehicle online, but you still got to register it and all that stuff.
Our next and last station is San Ysidro.
La siguiente y última estación, San
Now,
Ysidro.
I'm not going to ride all the way to
San
UTC,
Ysidro
because that would be crazy long. I'm going to go up north to Chula Vista somewhere, probably get something to eat, or maybe just go to the McDonald's here, get something to eat, and then go back north. But today, I'm getting my last station. I figured I'd film it for you. The very last station, if you saw on the other station I haven't been to, south of H Street I haven't been to. We're near the 905. You're near Mexico. It's always good to speak a little Spanish. Because when you're downtown, you can help someone buy a ticket, or help someone buy a ticket or something. Hey, I'll even get to see the yard. So now you can already see some of the tracks for the SDIV yard here. Oh, look, there it is, SDIV. They got their yard down here. Now, I believe they do have to Yeah, there it is, the SDIV, Arizona, California. So the San Gabriel Valley Railroad runs stuff down here up to interchange with BNSF. I've always wanted to see this yard in person. Now, it does connect to Mexico. This is one of the only places besides Texas where you have connections to Mexico. So they'll interchange stuff between here and Mexico and whatnot. Now, you never heard that Mexico is banning U.S. corn. Why, you ask? Because apparently that corn is genetically modified and they don't want that in Mexico, but oh, and then they always find things like international parking down here for things. So on the U.S. side, they'll basically, they'll offer international parking. Offer secured international parking. They'll have a security guy off cameras. And just a security guy that goes through every once in a while to check on your cars and stuff. Check the cars and stuff, so. And then I'm not gonna go into the border.
San Ysidro is next.
Probably wait for the next one, just get McDonald's, because I don't want to. I want a UTC bound train, so I can go back to Old Town. There's the pedestrian bridge. There's the Greyhound bus station. Now, like I said before, just say, parents asked to say, going to Alaska and American Outlet Mall. I might not agree with you, but let's say if you're going to the mall, it's another line buffer and bada bing, boom, bam, boom. There's the McDonald's. I'm gonna go inside that McDonald's. Bing, bam, boom. Here we are at the San Ysidro. Got currency exchange, MoneyGrams. Another AMR. You got the hoo-ha woos out here. There's the wall. I have not seen the wall in person. So yeah, that's as close as I'm gonna go. I'm not going to Mexico. I am just gonna go right on back to where I'm back. There are plans of talking about building a separate facility here to allow trolleys into Mexico. So how that would look like. So how that would look like is basically they would go ahead and they would do some sort of get off, go through your passport immigration check, get back on the metro, trolley, take it over to Mexico, and then go back over here. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to go on this McDonald's. Remember to like, share, and subscribe on all my videos. You have now arrived into the final stop of the Blue Line, San Ysidro. Peace.